this video shows how to retrieve data from a relational database and plot them in Tableau. We're going through the first part of the assignment, which is to create the data set for plotting 3 different charts. A table of revenues from each store and region, a line chart of total daily revenues, and a bar plot of total revenues from each customer. So the measure that we need is revenues, although we're gonna need to retrieve different dimensions to create this chart. So if you look at the logical model of this database, we said we need revenues from each store and region, and therefore we'll need to join region with store, and then sales transaction, and then include some product to get the revenues by region. Then the second chart is about total daily revenues. So again, we'll need to join together product includes and sales transaction in order to calculate daily revenues. And there, finally, the bar plot of total revenues from each customer. For that, we need to also join customer to the sales transaction and the includes and the product table. The first thing you need to do is to connect to the MySQL database. You have the credential in Canvas. So you're gonna grab hostname, port, username, and password, and then you're gonna open a connection in Tableau. So we need a MySQL connection. So go to a server here, then click on MySQL or click on more if you can. If you don't find MySQL, hostname will go here in the server tab, port, username, and password. You have them. Database, you can leave it blank and we can select it later. So I'm gonna sign in. Here I got an error message because I forgot to actually type in the password. So if you get an error message, make sure that all the credentials are entered correctly. And if you do, you should see something like this. Now, because we have not selected a database earlier, now I have the opportunity to select it now, and we need the Zagimore for this practice. So select Zagimore. It loads here in the left panel all the tables that are in the database. And so now what we need to do is just to drag and drop all the tables that we need into this canvas here in Tableau. This is an operation very similar to the joining that we did using MySQL. Tableau just makes it easier. So we can start by drag and dropping the table region. And then we know from actually our logical schema that region is connected to store. So we're gonna reproduce this relationship here in Tableau. So we can drag and drop store as well. You see that Tableau does a connection for us, and it suggests to put in relationship these 2 tables using region ID and the region ID from the table store. So that's very similar to a joining based on primary foreign key relationships. And so we're totally okay with that. We're just gonna accept the default. You're gonna need to attach also sales transaction includes product and customer. So we add those tables too. So region store, then we need sales transaction, customer, and then includes, which actually is in a relationship with the sales transaction. So we add includes there again. Make sure that the suggestion for combining the 2 tables makes sense. It does in this case. And then finally, includes needs to be in a relationship with product. So once you have this, you're ready to start plotting.